Now, from Local 24, your forecast first.
I'm Chief Meteorologist Paul Williams. Real-time radar right now is showing some light scattered showers over on the Arkansas side of the Mississippi River. As we zoom in a little bit closer, we're picking up some scattered showers to the north of wind, headed towards the Mark Tree community. And generally speaking, we're going to see additional scattered showers continue to develop for this evening, but stay on this side, moving mainly to the northeast at about 15 miles per hour. Take a peek at the forecast first. Late tonight, mainly clear for most folks, except for the folks over there in Arkansas. But then by tomorrow morning, everybody will start off with early sunshine and 73 degrees. And then we'll have a muggy takeover as temperatures climb quickly into the mid-80s. Coming up, I'll prepare you for more isolated storms for tomorrow afternoon when I return. Local 24 News at 10 p.m. starts now.
Now at 10, there's no place like home, and now there are questions about where yet another Shelby County Commissioner really lives. Memphis is known for its barbecue, and now it's pork projects.
Waste of money, yeah, absolutely.
See which local attractions were the biggest spenders of your tax dollars. A Sweet Memphis mainstay could be on the move,
I've come to Jerry Snow Cones my whole life.
where fans of Jerry Snow Cones could be lining up next.
Live from WATN TV in high definition, this is Local 24 News at 10.
Good evening to you. I'm Cameron Harper. The residency of yet another Shelby County Commissioner is in question tonight. The county attorney determined that Henry Brooks didn't live in the district she represents. Now sources say Justin Ford doesn't live in his district either. Local 24's Rudy Williams is live in our control room with the latest on this. New information tonight. Rudy?
Well, Cameron, how do you represent a district you don't live in? Better yet, here's another question. How do you live in a house without air conditioning and heat? Well, it seems that Justin Ford has got it all figured out. According to MLGW records, they indicate that his apartment has not had power for years. Shelby County Commissioner Justin Ford lists this apartment in Whitehaven as his address. Fairways Apartments confirms the apartment is in Ford's name, and
Hey, is Justin here?
he was there when we stopped by this afternoon.
I'm sorry.
But if he has been living there, he's been living in the dark for years. MLGW records show his utilities have been disconnected for more than 2 years. Services were turned on in September of '09, but turned off December of 2011 for non-payment. And all his disconnect notices have been going to his parents' address in Bartlett. It wasn't until the investigation into Brooks' residency was started that Ford contacted MLGW requesting his utilities be turned back on. According to MLGW, Ford contacted them on June 19th. That's a few days after we reported Henry Brooks appeared to be living with her daughter in Cordova. Now, obviously, Commissioner Ford didn't want to talk about this matter when we arrived this afternoon. We were asked to leave. Now, notes on his bill indicate power is still shut off as of today, and he has an outstanding bill at his Shelby Drive campaign headquarters. From the control room, I'm Rudy Williams, Local 24 News.
Thanks, Rudy. We'll follow up on that story now. The search is on tonight for a new Shelby County Commissioner. Henry Brooks' seat was declared vacant after the county attorney determined that she no longer lives in the district she represented. Shelby County Commissioners voted today to look for Brooks' replacement, but that didn't stop her from showing up and trying to vote today. Brooks is fighting back against charges that she doesn't live in her district.
She did have a relationship with the gentleman on the Crump Address, 1867, and very recently they decided not to have that relationship anymore, so she's changed her residence.
After that, she did spend time in Cordova with her daughter, but she didn't live there very long, according to lawyers. Now, they say that she lives with an elderly woman on Mississippi Boulevard, which is right in the middle of the district. That woman Brooks is said to be living with is the same woman that Brooks gave a proclamation to in January. During that presentation, Brooks never mentioned living there, only that she visited there.
That's Miss Jones. Now, what we're doing here today is just a token. And what I want to do, she has pieces of paper, and I've visited her home, and I'm so proud that she has invited me a number of times. She has all kinds of awards and accolades all over the place.
If Commissioner Brooks lived there, she wouldn't have to be invited over. So she lied about that also.
Commissioner Terry Rowland plans on sending a note to the TBI to ask them to investigate what other things former Commissioner Brooks may be hiding. Local in Tennessee, the millions of taxpayer dollars spent on turning the Pyramid into a Bass Pro Shop is on a list of wasteful government spending. So is the money spent to build the Beale Street Landing. It's called the Tennessee Pork Report, and many places on that list are right here in the Memphis area. Local 24's Jenny DiPrizio investigates.
According to this year's pork report, state and local governments in Tennessee squandered over $600 million. The list of what the group calls outrageous spending spanned the entire state, including here in Memphis. Memphis has a lot of pork, and it's not all barbecue. The Beacon Center, a government watchdog group, says most of that pork is a waste of your money. According to the Tennessee Pork Report, the biggest waste of taxpayer money on the list in Memphis, the Bass Pro deal. More than $100 million spent to turn the Pyramid into a retail store. Do locals think it's pork? We hit the Cozy Corner barbecue shop to find out. You think the Pyramid deal is pork?
Pork, pure pork, unadulterated.
Is that pork or not pork?
Pork.
Also on the list in Memphis, the $4.6 million tax break Wright Medical received to keep their headquarters in Memphis, and $100,000 for the Stax Museum to help boost tourism, $50,000 for Africa in April, and $250,000 given to the Civil Rights Museum for grounds maintenance. Memphians we talked to say when it comes to the Civil Rights Museum money, they disagree. It's a pork project.
Oh, no pork. That's a fair game because King was assassinated here.
It's never pork. They need to do more for Civil Rights Museum.
$40 million of public money went to build the Beale Street Landing. It's also on the list. Those in charge disagree with it being a waste of taxpayer money.
My thought about the pork report in general is that unless you're from Memphis, you don't really know what pork is. And so because they're not from Memphis, this certainly is not pork. We know pork.
In that case, what about Beale Street Landing?
A waste of money. Waste of money, yeah, absolutely.
Okay, what about Beale Street Landing?
Pork, unadulterated.
Just like barbecue, everyone seems to have their own idea about what's pork.
It's benefiting a few people, but not the masses of people.
Well, I know this is pork, and I absolutely love it. But I don't know. I think that's everybody's own opinion. So, and their political views.
The bottom line, whether you think it's pork or not, you paid for it all. The Pork of the Year award went to the Tennessee Department of Labor. An investigation found it spent nearly $200 million in wrongfully paid unemployment benefits that included sending unemployment checks to dead people, even felons in prison. Jenny DiPrizio, Local 24 News.
New at 10 o'clock tonight, the trial of a Memphis teenager accused of killing his sister will go forward this summer. 13-year-old Drama Compton today was found competent to stand trial on charges of second-degree murder and tampering with evidence. According to a police report, Compton told cops that he shot his 10-year-old sister after she dared him. The shooting happened at the family's Whitehaven home in April. Compton is next due in court on August 13th. New at 10 o'clock tonight, an Eads man who is already charged with drug and weapons violations after a raid Monday is now facing a charge of aggravated rape. Mark Giannini was out of jail on $50,000 bond when a warrant was issued today on the rape charge. Shelby County narcotics deputies raided Giannini's mansion in Old Meadow in Eads on Monday. They were serving a warrant involving a drug-related assault. Inside the home, detectives say they found nearly $17,000 cash, 24 firearms, and a lot of prescription drugs not prescribed to Giannini. Detectives have not released any information related to this new aggravated rape charge. His bond is set at $1 million. He is set to appear in court tomorrow. New at 10 o'clock tonight, drugs and drug-related crimes are a priority of the FBI here in the Mid-South. The new director of the FBI made a stop in Memphis today to meet with local and state law enforcement agencies. Director James Comey says that he talked with local law enforcement about counterterrorism efforts and domestic efforts like the big drug problem here in the Mid-South.
I would say primarily the challenge in the Memphis field office falls mostly on the shoulders of the people behind me. and that is drug-related crime, drug-related violent crime. And it's something we try to make a contribution on, but it's where we are assisting others in trying to make hits.
Another big problem in the Mid-South, sex trafficking. The FBI's Operation Cross Country targets sex trafficking in cities across the country, including Memphis. Local in Arkansas tonight, the reopening of Crittenden Regional Hospital has been delayed by at least one day. It's now expected to open on July 7th. A fire earlier this month forced the hospital in West Memphis to shut down. Once it reopens, hospital administrators will begin making upgrades to the facility. They will also begin recruiting new physicians. The upgrades and expansions will be paid for by a 1-cent sales tax approved by voters yesterday. Well, it's a cool place to be during the summer months. Now Jerry's Snow Cones is expanding, coming up at 10.
A lot of people have been asking us to maybe move to different areas.
We'll show you where Jerry may open a new location. That's next.
I'm Chief Meteorologist Paul Williams. We started this morning at 73 degrees, but take a look at real-time radar. We see scattered showers lifting on the other side of the Mississippi River. But where we ended up for today, we started off at 73, going up to 88 for the high. Now, coming up, we'll take a look at spot storms that we're continuing to track on the Arkansas side of the Mississippi River when I return.
Get 4th of July savings right now at Royal. We have free mattress sets with every bedroom group of $9.99 and up. Plus Simmons sleepers in twin, full, and queen sizes. Take home this signature design by Ashley sofa and love seat for $6.99 in your choice of colors. Royal will be open special holiday hours from 10 to 6 on the 4th of July. Everything at Royal is in stock and ready for immediate delivery. Take it home with no interest financing till 2019 at Royal.
For answers to legal questions regarding your automobile accident case, visit forthepeople.com, our consumer website. Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
It's a fact. We can't control the weather, but whether it's hot or cold outside, you can enjoy indoor comfort year-round and save money too. Window World makes it easy. Window World offers homeowners top-quality, energy-efficient windows, doors, and siding at a price that will leave more of your money in your bank account. Call the competition. Then call Window World and compare. You'll see Window World really is simply the best for less. At Window World, we don't just stand behind our windows, we stand on them.
Each office locally owned and operated.
Get off the test track. Get the Mercedes-Benz you've been burning for at the summer event going on now at your authorized Mercedes-Benz dealer. Hurry before this opportunity cools off.
Remember the first time you tried something new? Well, nothing feels more new and exciting than a 51 mpg midsize Prius hybrid with more room than Accord. Now, during Toyota's first-time summer sales event, get a Prius liftback with 0% financing, plus $1,000 bonus cash, or a super low Toyota Care 24-month lease with no-cost maintenance included. Toyota, let's go places. Brought to you in part by 1-800-GOT-JUNK.